for tuning in to the Breaking the Chains radio broadcast with Dr. Yolanda Sherman. We pray this broadcast will empower you to walk in your God-given purpose. Now, let's join Dr. Yolanda Sherman for today's message.
All right, let's get it started. Real life conversations. We got to get our jam on first, yeah.
Give it time for people to log on.
Yeah.
Got something special for y'all.
Hang on in there. Real talk, real talk. Real talk.
Here with Dr. Yo.
What's up? Real life conversations. What's up? We thank y'all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Yes, we have a good topic. Good topic. Good topic tonight.
It's gonna be interesting. Tag somebody.
Share.
Log on. I promise it ain't gonna be a waste of your 45 minutes. It's not gonna be a waste of your 45 minutes.
Not gonna be a waste. Come on here, real life conversations.
Yes.
All right. Hanging out. Come on, he pouring out blessings.
I'm gonna kind of move it when you talk.
What's up, family? Hold on.
Come on, Chico. We need you to call up here, man. Let's get it. We're still social distancing, but we good.
It's gonna be
We
good
followed all the
tonight.
procedures. We got scanned before we came in. We wore our mask outside.
We good.
We're good. We're safe. I want y'all being like they're not social distancing.
Woo!
We're gonna start in a minute.
Y'all hang in there. Woo!
We're gonna challenge y'all way of thinking today.
Yeah. What's up? How y'all doing? Real life conversations with your girl, Dr. Yo, Steph, Chico. Woo! Hang on in there. Hang on in there. Yeah. Yes. Yay. Woo! All right. It's gonna be all right.
Watch your head now. Watch your head.
I got you. Watch your head. Listen. I'm so excited tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in on tonight with Real Life Conversations, where we challenge your way of thinking.
Man.
Listen, my co-host, what's up?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I'm excited. I'm excited, y'all. I'm doing good. Waiting on Chico. Where you at, bro?
Listen. We gonna talk real deep tonight. For those of you, we gonna travel over. We probably gonna get put in time out, but we gonna deal with this talk tonight that people may not want to talk about, and it deals with sex. Sex.
The word sex.
Sex.
You're not going to go to hell for saying sex. This is something that we have to understand.
I appreciate Dr. Yo for letting me come up here and share, and for her sharing. She has a degree behind her name, and it's a blessing to have somebody of this magnitude that's allowing somebody to share something. She had to check my notes, making sure I'm clear. She's here to make sure I don't go over boundaries because I'm spiritual. She's the prophet, right? So I'm gonna stay in my lane, and I got her. And it was amazing when this topic came up because I was like, as a young man, if I would have learned what this was for, I promise you, I probably would have made better decisions when it came to sex.
Wow.
And as I started digging in, and I was like, wow, like the principles, what it's for, why I had like sex addictions, misusing women, because I didn't understand the gift that God gave us. And it's a gift for marriage.
Wow.
But when it's misused, there are consequences for misusing it. And I'm not just talking about this because I got married, so now it gives me a license to talk about sex. I'm talking about it because I lived it. And I want to help another man. I'm not doing this to be popular. I just want to be impactful. We want to reach one person. If I can reach that one man out there to say, man, look, if I can just change up, if I can do something different, I want to do a little exercise before we go in.
Go ahead.
I want y'all to take out your phones, take out your calculators. I just want to do a quick exercise real quick. Take out your calculators, and you can respond. Y'all can respond on live, right? I'm taking out my calculator with y'all, and I want you to do 365 days.
All right.
Times your age.
Oh my God.
I'm giving people time to do it. I want you to do that.
Blessings.
I want you to do 365 days times your age. Now, not including the leap years and
You
stuff
say
like
you
that.
can't hear clearly?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I want you to put 365 days, 365 times your age. And y'all gonna come up with a number. So I did mine. I came up with 12,775
Wow.
years.
Wow.
What? Times my age, right?
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry, days. I said years, days. I meant days. Days. I came up with 12,775 days
Wow.
that I've been on this earth. Days.
Wow.
Now, if you were to times that number by hours, right? So take that number and times it by the hours. So I'm going to take 12,775.
Teach. We doing educational stuff. It may run some people off tonight, but I don't want y'all to run off tonight. I promise you it's going to get good.
So if you're doing that, I'm making a point here, y'all. I'm making a point. If you do that, I got 306,600 hours.
That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours. So people that say they don't have time, that's a lot of hours. You got 24 hours in a day, and you add all that up, and this is what I'm saying. If you're doing the same thing the same way, you don't have another day to waste.
Wow.
You don't have another year.
Wow.
Because according to those numbers, you had enough time to get it right. According to those numbers, you had enough time. If you're doing the same thing, you got to challenge it.
Wow.
If you're not happy by now, by your age, you got to challenge. You got to challenge it, y'all. I'm like, man, how long do you have to wait on your blessing? How long do you have to wait on that husband?
Wow.
How long do you have to wait on that promotion? According to principles, you serve a right now God.
Wow.
So we're going to get into this, y'all. So I just wanted to, try that little exercise. Got it. Corrected my mistake. Let's go in.
Well, listen, on tonight, can you hear? Can you hear? Can you
hear
hear?
me?
Can you hear?
Can you hear me?
All right, here we go.
Can y'all hear me?
All right, so we're going to dig off into this. Our topic tonight, and, it needs to be talked about. This is educational. I know we deep. I know we spiritual. I know all of that. but this is a part of reality of life. So we're going to deal with the topic of
Sex. And we're gonna break it down in three, right? We're gonna deal with the spiritual side of sex. We're gonna deal with the physical side of sex.
Wow.
And we're gonna deal with the consequences of sex. The spiritual side of sex, the physical side of sex, and the consequence.
The audio and all other media materials aired on this broadcast station does not necessarily reflect the opinion of the management of Rhema Word Broadcasting, Rhema Gospel Radio Incorporated, KOER LPFM, its affiliates, and or the staff and volunteers of these entities. Please direct all correspondence to the appropriate company's website and or business address.
All right, we had to put the disclaimer.
So just in case, people that come on this show that get offended, it don't reflect how he thinks. not the ordinance, not the radio station. All right. So y'all can inbox us if you have questions. We got a number that you can call up here. We trying to be real and transparent. Let's get in it. So
kick it off.
We're gonna talk about the spiritual. That's why I got Dr. Young. We're gonna talk about the physical, and we're gonna talk about the consequence. Number one, sex is a gift for marriage. And I'm going to explain. Sex is a gift for marriage. Now, sex seals the covenant between God, man, and woman. Now, it's a difference. You have what religious and spiritual people believe, and you have what non-believers believe. And I'm gonna break them down. And sometimes a spiritual person are putting non-believers' belief into the marriage, right?
Wow.
So spiritual people believe that a marriage is a covenant between God, man, and women. Or woman, I'm sorry. And unbelievers believe marriage is a contractual agreement of a relationship that legally protects their assets. That's where you get prenups and stuff from. They believe that you wasn't with them shooting in the gym, so they believe that what I come with to the marriage is mine, and what you come to the marriage is yours. But the believer believes, hey, I take responsibility for my wife. That's the two difference. Because I take responsibility for her, I promise to take care of her. So I don't put the prenup in place because that holds me accountable to my character. If I don't love her today, and if I don't feel like listening to God today, I'm going to lose everything if I make a selfish decision.
Wow.
You have anything to say about that?
Well, I mean, I'm just over here just chilling because I'm about to get in the hot seat on this one because when people get into marriages and things like that, we can't just get in marriages for sexual reasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's a misconception of why we get married, and we're gonna keep it this real talk tonight. So we've already put the radio disclaimer up here because we want to talk. We're both married now, but Stephen has been single.
Yes, I have.
I've been single
and
before.
I did things the wrong way.
And we're going to talk about that. It's all transparent. Mm-hmm. All right. So if you've been let me put this disclaimer out from Break Free. All right. Or Real Life Conversation. If you've been saved all your life and you've never had sex before marriage, or you've never lusted after anybody, maybe you haven't physically had sex, but you lusted, all right, those type of things. We want to talk about all this tonight. So tonight is real talk. So I'm going to go ahead on and put the disclaimer out there. Y'all can roast and toast me on tomorrow. but let me breathe tonight, all right?
Hey.
Because listen, here's the deal. There's a misconception of why people get married. And they think that we get married so we can have sex or have a license to have sex. And that's not the reason to be going to get married, just so you can have sex. And then on top of that, another aspect, from the single aspect, when I used to be single too.
Now you get on me, use me.
No, I ain't going to use you, I'm going to use me. All right, before I married my husband, I wasn't a virgin. All right, I wasn't. All right, so that was kind of wrong. But I wasn't all deep and spiritual either. I was in church. I knew the Lord. I said I loved Him, but my flesh was on an all-time high. All right, so that's where we going tonight to kind of deal with this, because people get hurt in these relationships and things like that because of being intimate. I'm gonna say have sex with people, and they got about 4-5 women and 4-5 husbands and all of that. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to cover.
We got a lot to cover. And
tonight.
I got 40, how many minutes? I got 42 minutes to get through.
All right, so start with that first one you want to come on with.
We gonna get back to the covenant, right?
Yeah,
and
go
this is the
to
reason
the
why
covenant.
I was like, if I would have knew this, I wouldn't have been out here sleeping with a lot of women, doing my thing. Because I didn't know when you make a covenant, this covenant was already in place. And let me explain it to you like this. When you get hired at a job, it's up to you to read the employee handbook. If you don't read it, you're still liable for whatever you do at that job. Mm-hmm. So if you make the mistake, even though you don't read the employee handbook, you are still responsible because there was the do's and don'ts in there. Mm-hmm. I didn't know every time I laid down with a woman, I was making a covenant. And when you make a covenant, that means I am getting judged every time I sleep around with another woman. So when I take a woman, I'm telling God I'm responsible for her. I'm going to take care of her because the sex seals the covenant. If you don't believe that, when a woman comes into the world, she's sealed. She's sealed. She got a seal. I'm not a doctor or anything, but talking to a doctor and everything, a woman is sealed. The only way a woman gets unsealed is through sex. That's why she bleeds. When she bleeds, that's a covenant. The blood spills on you and her. That is a blood covenant. Now, because God loves us so much, He had a plan. Because He knew that we would misuse it or misunderstand it.
Wow.
So when Jesus died on the cross for us, He became the blood covenant. So that's why what God puts together, don't let nobody, don't let no lawyer, no ex, no mom and dad, no pastor put you under. Because Jesus is the sacrifice for us. I'm trying to get you to understand why you should love Jesus so much. God, it's just amazing. But when you don't understand it, you are making decisions after decisions. Don't know why your finances is not coming together. Why you have this appetite for sex. Why you're doing so many things is because you don't understand it. Another, and I'm using person. I'm just trying to be transparent. Somebody else that understands it is the devil. What makes him so dangerous because he understands principle. There's principles that he understands that we don't understand. And so, because he understands them, let's get back on track. I don't want to lose y'all. I don't want to get too deep. But, like I said, man, every time you lay down with a woman, you're responsible for her. And until this woman gets another boyfriend to sleep with somebody else, you're held accountable. The only way that you can get a divorce is through fornication. And the crazy thing about this is we don't know. So as long as she not with nobody else, you're held accountable. This is the reason why you're going downhill. I didn't know that. I was just out here doing my thing. I'm just out here being a man because society told me that if I don't have a certain amount of women, then I'm not a man. But having sex don't make me a man. Responsibility makes me a man. And once I find out responsibility makes me a man, then I could quit misusing what God put in place, right?
Oh, wow. You saying something there. So in other words, and even for women, I mean, being out there willy-nilly just sleeping with just sleeping with everybody. Come on here. And they not your husband. I mean, marriage is sacred. That's your covenant vow with you and your husband and God. So if you around here and you just sleeping with everybody, let me just say, I did my thing before I got married to Mr. Sherman. Thank God for 30. We going on. Cause let me tell you something, little brother. People don't want to be real. They want to act like they all deep and they all holy and they ain't never did nothing before. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we've all done some stuff that was not pleasing. And so tonight we're talking about sex. And people don't want to talk about it, but you're out there doing it. Let me tell you something. If you out here looking at somebody's husband or looking at a man and lusting, come on here. Hello, but we don't want to talk about that. We ain't gonna be real about it. But we shunda every Sunday and no. Let's get real with it. Let's get real with it on tonight. So that's what we trying to do. We trying to get real about this thing. So this may not be for everybody, but this real talk tonight. Y'all deal with the prophetess tomorrow.
I'm not trying to condemn nobody to hell.
No.
I don't know where you're going when you die, right? I'm not the judge. I just want to help somebody that misunderstands what sex is. Now, for people that don't believe or are not religious, yes, there's a principle side to it. Mm-hmm. And if you want to know about it, just inbox me. We can talk. I'm on a gospel radio show, so I'm coming from a gospel point of view. So I'm coming from husband and wife, right? So, I mean, it's if you're single, it's deeper than that. But I'm just coming from a husband and wife point of view that sex is for marriage. Sex is the only way that you can connect with your spouse. It's the only way that y'all can become one. That is the gift. The gift is that I can become one with my wife. I can share something with her on a deeper level than I can share with somebody else. I can give stuff. I can give something to her. She can give something to me, and we are one. But I didn't understand that. To me, sex was, hey, when you get horny, go do your thing. Sex to me was, hey, if you was a man, you can brag about it with other boys. Like, hey, I done smashed her. That's what I thought it was about. I had to get my body count up before I get married. You still got men out there. You got men that say, hey, I got to get my body count up. I ain't tested everything. You're not gonna test everything. It's too many women out here. So if you think you
helping somebody, bro,
it's not.
You helping somebody. Go ahead.
For you to get married, you don't have to test every woman out. And I'm telling you, it's two different things. When a woman, it's funny how when a woman grows up, she's raised to save yourself, get your career, get a job, and get married.
But what if the smooth talker come in? Go ahead.
The man is raised to get your business, test yourself before you get married. Y'all both have two different opinions already. So the man is getting raised to test everything, and the woman's getting raised to get married. And I'm going to tell you this. The reason why I'm not on the women so hard is because I found out what a man gives a woman, she multiplies and give it back. Everything that God makes on this earth is perfect. If it's not perfect, it's been tampered with. If a woman's been tampered with, she only can give out what somebody gave her. So when she's going out here doing things she's not supposed to do, somebody gave it to her first. Somebody was messing with her first. She got into a relationship. She got manipulated. Now she can't do nothing but give back what she got.
And sometimes even with giving back, she can keep looking for love in the wrong places. She leave herself wide open. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, people don't want to talk about real talk, real life issues. But this is a fact, Jack. Real talk, real life issues. This what goes on. We are both married. He ain't always been married, and neither have I. All right? So tonight, we talking about sex. Sex. That's what we talking about. Sex. All right. Now, if you ain't married, let me go and put this disclaimer out. Now, this the prophetess. Close your legs and set it down somewhere. Get on that altar. That's a joke, but no, I'm serious. But go ahead. We want to talk.
And just to be very transparent, the only thing she's saying is, once you know why sex is here, you shouldn't have to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
You don't have to give yourself to a man to feel special.
What?
You don't have to. You don't have
What
to
if they
put
say,
yourself-
I love you?
You don't
Come
have
on
to
now.
put yourself in that situation.
What would you do?
I'm not going hard on everybody because there's people that are in different. They're in different categories. I'm serious. Like
Yeah,
when you
talk
don't
about
know, you just don't know. You got people that know, and they're talking down on the people that don't know. And I know that it seems pretty simple, but it's not. Because
Talk
once
about it.
the woman, there is a curse here, right? Once a woman has sex with a man, she longs for him.
Yeah.
She don't know why she long for that man.
Wow.
She don't know why she keep thinking about him.
Soulmate.
That's your
Soul
soulmate.
ties. Soul ties.
And so you follow it. You saying I'm being dumb, I'm being stupid, but that's a part of the curse. That's why you got to be careful who you lay with. And like I said, the enemy, he knows about principles. And the way that he moves is he gets into somebody because from what I understand, I don't know what y'all how y'all study. You know, she's a Bible scholar. They go to school.
That
I
ain't
don't know,
got nothing to
I don't
do
know
with-
the theology that y'all go through. Who whatever, right? But from what I understand, when God created the earth, He gave us dominion. So He does not interfere in earth's business unless we give Him permission. How He interferes in earth's business is He needs a body. So if that's His principle and He put those principles in place, the enemy knows that he needs a body.
Yeah.
Now, when the enemy gets a body, he falls under a different law. So when he ends up having sex, he can move in between people because that's how you can get in. Sex for marriage is the key that you can influence your wife with. If your wife is going through some stuff and she's not strong enough, do you know that you can fast and pray for your wife? And then when you connect with her, you can feel her. That's the avenue for God to come in. That's why it's important for a man to stay before God. When your wife messes up and you go
My
before
God.
God, then you can say, God, my wife is messing up. And what God does is he said, are you in place? Did you do anything to mess her up?
My
So if
God.
you are in place, then I have to. This cell phone. I'm going to use this cell phone.
Go
I'm not
ahead.
gonna get deep. This cell phone comes with a manual. And if you follow this manual, this cell phone will work. If this cell phone don't work, you'll take it to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer will be like, what happened?
Yeah.
If you follow the manual, they have to fix it. If you didn't follow the manual, you're liable for this phone. So it's just like in marriage. When the man gets married to the woman, he accepting responsibility. God, whatever happens, you can come to me. I am responsible for my family. So when you go to prayer, to God in prayer, God is going to ask you, are you in place to give me what you're asking for?
Wow.
And if you are not in place, he's going to say, I need you to get up and I need you to fix you so you can fix her and then I can come in. Until you do that, you are irresponsible because you the one that stepped out on your wife. You the one that didn't come home on time. You the one that's taking the family finances and spitting it up. You the one that's not consulting with her when you're doing stuff. You the one that's
Wow.
not coming home. When you are in place, he has to fix it.
Wow.
That's a principle. I have to fix your family because my name is tied to it.
Wow. Wow.
And sex is a gift, and it's funny how married people don't use it. They don't use it, but the unbelievers use it, and they get further than the married folk. This is supposed to be for you.
Wow.
Okay, let me get off of this subject. Somebody gonna get mad.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. I mean, I've been married 30 years, but hey, before Mr. Sherman, I had my honey baby, pop daddy or whatever, and yeah, I did. You understand what I'm saying? But I didn't understand it. But when you start in those relationships, you have soul ties with them. When you become intimate with them, you have soul ties.
Yes,
And you
have
do
different.
long
You
form.
have different personalities.
Yeah,
you come in a
Lord.
relationship.
Yeah.
And one thing about a man, if you don't give him what he's giving you, he's not gonna stay.
Now say that one more again.
One thing about a man, if you are not giving back what he's giving you, he's not going to stay.
Wow.
It's crazy because some people are like, this is the way I am. No, it's not. Somebody tampered with you, so that's the way you are. There's some women that grew up without affection, so they think they don't need it.
Oh, wow.
God made you to have
be loving and nurturing and all that.
He made you that way. But because you tamper with somebody that's not like that, you living your life like that. I don't need that. And then you falling out over the altar. I need God. I need more of you. No, you need more of your husband.
But okay, I get it.
Go ahead.
I get it.
So
We know that man is the head, but when y'all ain't in a line, that messes up the whole process.
that messes up the whole family. That's why the enemy comes after the husband. He knows if I come after the head, the whole family's messed up. And it's crazy because us as men, we don't know that when we get in a marriage. We think when we get in a marriage, we got to dominate. We think that we're supposed to tell you what to do. No, I'm your partner. My wife don't ask me to spend finances because I control everything. She asks me because I'm responsible if something goes wrong. God is not going to come to her. He's going to come to me. He's going to be like, why is your family funds are misused? I can't say, it's the woman that you gave me. No, I made you responsible.
Wow.
You are responsible for your family. I'm talking about marriage. I'm not talking about singleness because, like I said, this is a gospel show, so we're talking about husband and wife. Husband, you have to take responsibility for your family. The woman is the weaker vessel for a reason. That don't mean she's weak in strength. That don't mean she's weak because she can't think. She's the one that you can influence to follow. Women will follow you if they see potential. Men will follow when they see success. If you convince a woman that you can kill a lion, she would get all the materials and give it to you so you can kill the lion. But a man had to see you kill the lion. He's going to go get another lion so he can say, okay, I seen you killed it. Okay, let's go. You cannot, I got
I
so,
mean, I'm just over here chilling.
I'm
having me a good, I'm trying to stay out the hot seat.
I got so much. Let's get on the physical. Physical. We're going to talk about the physical.
Talk about the physical.
I got out the spiritual. We're going to talk about the physical, right? The physical.
Because I'm going to be roasted tomorrow.
Number one is health.
Talk about it. How it affect you.
If your health is not good, you cannot connect with your mate.
Oh.
You have to keep yourself up. You have to.
Wow.
Health, I know people because I work at Humble Vascular. I know men that come in there at 52 years old that can't perform.
Wow.
We have Chico, even though he's not here today, he's supposed to call in, but he's 45 years old. And I seen a picture with him at a kickball event, and I thought he was playing with old men. And he told me, because he looked young, I'm like, he's the youngest one. And all those men were young. They were like 27, 25, and Chico, 45, looked the youngest.
Wow.
And so if you treat your body bad and you put the wrong things in your body, you won't be able to function because, remember, sex is spiritual before it's physical. Sex is spiritual. You know how hard, can you imagine you having a cell phone and it got a crack in it, in the texting part? You only can text on the right side of your phone. You can't even use the left. You can deal with it, but it's going to be hard to get a message across. So you either can replace it or you can deal with the malfunction. Mm-hmm. That's what a woman has to deal with when a man can't perform. When he's selfish and he's taking care of it, when he's eating all that bad food and he can't, and he has a problem.
You helping somebody.
And it's crazy because my dad is 69 years old, 70. He's 70 years old. Him and I'm just being transparent. Him and my mom, sex life great. 70. He treats his body right. He eats the right things. I'm not saying nothing about you having a chisel six-pack. All I'm saying is take care of the inside of your body because it will affect you. Women, you have to take care of the inside of your body because it throws your pH off when you put that bad stuff in there. You're moody. You're up and you're down.
Well, what happens when we moody? And, because when we moody, when we moody,
it's hard to deal with.
We don't want to be bothered with y'all.
You become that nagging wife, and he goes sit on the corner of the roof.
Woo!
All right, man. Let's get to the physical.
It's all right to have a little humor, because me and Mr. Sherman, we are 30 deep. You feel me? We 30 deep, and
And if y'all
And,
have a question, call up here.
yeah, it's fine. This just real talk.
We just
Listen,
real-
yeah, I
real
mean,
talk.
sometimes saints, we gotta laugh and we gotta be realistic. And let me tell you something. In a lot of marriages, this is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They are hurting when it comes to the intimacy of their relationships. They smile all they want to or whatever in front for the cameras, but you know that you're miserable in your intimate life. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
She
All
right,
right.
she right.
So we just real
And I don't
talk.
want y'all to get on her about it.
I don't care. They
is me.
get on me.
Inbox me. You can-
Yeah, he
'cause,
brought it,
like
and
I
I'm
say,
trying to stay in my corner over here.
34 years old. I seen marriages up and down. By the age of 34, if I don't know what to do in a marriage, I wouldn't learn it. I already did that exercise. How many days, how many hours I spent here on earth. If I don't know what a marriage looked like, I seen marriages fail, especially in the church. I seen it fail. I seen, man, the divorce
My
rate is
girl.
so high. I'm telling you.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm over here this cold. I'm really trying to be good because sometimes we just try to be so deep and we don't want to face
What do you
reality. And marriages and relationships are hurting
Yes.
because of this.
If I understand sex was a gift for marriage, I'm telling you, it would have been totally different.
Y'all
But
remember
it-
Adam and Eve? If it wasn't supposed to be so, hey, would we be fruitful and multiply?
Nope.
Okay then.
That's-
All right.
that's the
Hello,
reason
somebody.
A man and a man can connect, and a woman and a woman can connect.
Jesus.
There is no covenant in it.
Jesus.
There is no blood spilled in that.
Jesus.
Well, I'm just talking about principle. I'm
Jesus.
just talking about principle.
Jesus.
They can't reproduce. That's it.
Jesus.
Now they can use some of the stuff that we put today and the technology that is today and create a family now. But
You talking about surrogate mothers
yeah,
and all that kind of stuff
exactly. That's the stuff that man created, but you can't do nothing that God created because that's not the formula. God put principles in place for a reason. Because he wants you to populate the world with your culture. He wants you to dominate with your culture. That's called breaking generational curses. When you're growing up and you're taught one way, and God, he always raised up somebody that's stubborn, that don't like to listen. And he said, I can work with that one.
Come
the one
on
that's
here.
out there doing what he want to do because he's not in his theology. He raises that one because he said, I need somebody that can change the generation because if you keep living in ignorance, you're going to keep raising kids in ignorance. So I need somebody to break this cycle. So when you
Wow.
see people having babies after babies, and you're talking about, oh, you're having babies out of wedlock. God said, I'm trying to find somebody that's going to teach these kids something different because if they don't, they're going to keep growing up in your theology and I can't use them.
Wow. Now, I was just getting ready to say something. I may get in trouble
Get in
for
trouble.
this.
Get in trouble.
I'm always in trouble.
Get in trouble.
I'm always in trouble. I don't want to get in no trouble with the saints for this.
Don't
'Cause
be
I
like-
just-
don't
I
be
just
like
be-
Kanye West now.
I just,
Don't be like
because
Kanye West.
I just be wanting to know, because I mean, we be saying, about marriages and relationships and this and that and other, but I think that you need to go through a process or something before you get to talking about getting in some marriages and stuff.
Yes, but if,
But
if we
and
don't
then
understand
sometimes
it,
people want to test the water before they get. What you think about that?
and so and that's the thing about keeping your body up. If you keep your body healthy, ain't nobody got to test the waters on you. Ain't nobody got to see if their husband can start and he can get up because you taking care of your body. When you ain't taking care of your body, women got to be sure like, okay, before I get married, I'm gonna make a life commitment to this guy. He got to be able to do something because I have seen, and I'm not dropping names. Somebody get married and their husband couldn't perform, and he throwing scripture at her so she can stay in it. She didn't sign up for that. She young. She waited all her life to get married, and this guy can't perform. What?
Real talk, y'all crucify me tomorrow here.
We were like, what about that? I need to make sure he can. All right, let me stay off of that.
I mean, this just real talk.
It's
I
real
mean, we
talk.
just fellowshipping. This just real talk, real conversation, and we just telling the truth. Because a lot of times people get in marriages or relationships based on their sexual desires. You understand what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I mean, those things need to they got to be talked about. Because you understand what I'm saying.
Let me go ahead and just skip down to the consequences.
Well, go ahead on and talk about it.
I won't say that for that.
Wait, let me put the disclaimer out. I want to make sure that everybody know before I married Mr. Sherman, Big Daddy, I wasn't a virgin. All right, so let me put that disclaimer out there so people won't think because she been married 30 years. That's why she's talking about covenant and all of that. I had a whole bunch of covenants going on. All right, and it wasn't the right covenant.
And I didn't do it right.
All right, so let's put that disclaimer.
I did everything backwards. I'm not talking about this, and that's what I'm putting out there. I'm not talking about this to condemn nobody. I want to help somebody because I needed help. I didn't.
Now tell the truth.
Let me. Okay, This is the consequences of sex.
Come on here,
when
brother.
you have an appetite for sex and you get married, this is the consequence. The consequence for a man that he didn't know. I got married to her because she looked good and everything, and the sex was exciting. This is the consequence. The husband will be a slave to sex.
Wow.
His appetite for self-pleasure will destroy his household. Wow. If I get married because I just want to have sex,
wow,
my appetite for self-pleasure will destroy my household. Because here goes B. The husband-wife will be a prisoner to sex.
Wow.
She wouldn't even enjoy it. Here we go again. Here go all this pounding. Here we go. I'm not aroused. And it takes us back to women. It takes us back to wives are most likely to be mentally attracted. That's why I said most. Wives are most likely to be mentally attracted first before physical.
Wow.
You have to turn them on mentally. I was looking at a survey. They said 75% of women don't experience an orgasm. 75%. There's women walking around here just like, hey, sex ain't everything. Women don't walk around, sex ain't, because it's selfish. When a man is selfish, a woman is not getting pleased. So she look at sex as something that I have to do, not I want to do. God don't force us to do. Do you know a man can't force his wife to have sex? You have to influence her. What is it about you?
Come on, brother.
That she wants to give herself to you.
Now you gonna make me start Now you say what? Y'all have to do what? Now that's the one to shun down.
Your wife does not have to have sex.
Now, but you.
What is it about you that influence her to give herself to you?
All right, that's where the intimacy come in. All right.
You trying to hear this, Doc? What is it about you that influence her? She don't have to cook. What influences her to cook?
The way you treat her.
If God don't force us to him, then why are we forcing our wives to us?
Ooh, Lord, these men finna get off of here. They finna get off of here.
If you programmed your wife a certain way, please get off here. Because she gonna wake up. She gonna be like, I ain't gotta do this no more. Hey.
But can I tell you something?
I got something for the women too. Don't
go ahead on because
I'm not just trying to.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the consequences of misuse. Because if you misuse sex and you have an appetite, then it doesn't matter how much the woman pleases you. Your appetite is, I want to have sex. So you're going to be cheating all over her, and she's doing everything she can to keep the household together, but she got to battle your appetite.
Now see, you going to help somebody. Shonda, let the church say boom, shakalaka. Amen.
Women.
Help the people. Talk about it.
Withholding sex will drive your husband away from home.
You gonna help somebody?
Withholding sex is gonna drive him away from home.
My God.
I was listening to what's my boy name? Dr. Miles Monroe, and he said something. I was like, oh, it just got me.
What'd he say?
He said that like a car, A car needs gas. We don't like gas. We don't want gas, but we need to put gas in the tank. The car needs it. The car won't run without gas. It doesn't matter how you feel. You got to put gas in that car.
Wow.
If you don't put gas in that car, it won't run. Your husband, if you don't be intimate with your husband, he won't function. And one thing about a man is if your gas station is closed, he's going to look for a gas station that's open.
Hey!
Withholding sex from your husband
Wow.
is going to drive him away from home. What you
Wow.
battling with? You battling with these women that they're lonely. So you're not connecting with your husband. So they want to connect
You
with your
gonna
husband.
help somebody. You gonna go ahead on, brother.
I got one more.
Come on, you gonna
I ain't trying to stay here, right?
You gonna help somebody.
I ain't trying to stay
Speak
here.
the truth,
I ain't trying to stay here.
What's up, family? We
ain't
in
tryna-
this deep
We
conversation.
talking about some sex, y'all.
We talking about sex.
And you ain't going to hell for saying a word. I want everybody to say sex. No, please. anyway.
They gonna be talking about. I thought that was yeah. Okay.
Man, I'm telling you that word.
We done ran people
Man, I'm
off.
telling you, hey, but we done ran people on. You see how well some people leave, some people stay. That's why you gotta
Listen, you gotta be transparent. Listen,
Yes.
because relationships, marriages, and stuff like that. That's why we went on put the disclaimer out that we did some stuff we ain't had no business doing
yes.
before
I'm
we
not condemning
we
nobody
got
to hell.
married. So we not throwing the fire and brimstone at nobody.
No.
We trying to help people
Trying to
to
help
stay in their covenant marriages and keep yourself together. And then those that are single, you understand what I'm saying? We trying to help you as well, right? Because I've been single too. Yeah, I understand both sides, married and single. We 30 deep. Yeah, right there.
Now I'm gonna put this disclaimer out here so we won't have no arguments. Rejecting a good husband increases the chances of him cheating.
Oh,
I had to put good out there because I don't want nobody to say, well, my husband don't deserve. When you get married, it's not about what he deserves. It's about how he functions. I can say my car don't deserve gas all day, but if I don't get it, it's not going.
okay. Let me ask you this question. Well, what about us? I mean, what about our feelings and our emotions and all that? How y'all men, since we talk, how y'all gonna handle our emotions and our feelings to make us want to not reject or withhold ourselves from y'all as our honeys?
That's why I said a good husband.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's why I put
Just
good.
saying. Okay, all right.
Good.
I,
If your husband is good to you,
you should be good to
you
him.
should be good to him.
Oh, okay.
I ain't say all husbands. I'm saying good. The person that follows God's principles are following core values. If you set core values in your marriage and he's following those core values, he's making sure the house is good. He's making sure the family's good. He's making sure you're good. I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm not saying that she's perfect. But you have to stay connected. That's what marriage is for.
Wow.
You didn't get married to not be connected. Because if that was the case, he should have just still be single. You should still be doing your thing. And when you feel like connecting, that's between you and your God. I'm not condemning nobody. But when you get married, you want to build something. It's
Wow.
something there. And I'm not coming to you because I'm talking about I mastered this thing. I just studied. And it's crazy how we can study for a driver's test, but we can't study before we get married. The problem is not people not being in love with each other. The problem is people can't live with each other.
Ooh.
You can be in love with your partner all day, but if you can't live with them, it's not going to work.
Well, this pandemic, that's hot.
It's people that are getting divorced now because they haven't spent this much time with their spouse. So
Now
didn't
they
know
forced to do it.
that she didn't like doing her hair. They didn't know that she didn't like cooking. They didn't know that he didn't like cooking. They didn't know that he don't like taking out the trash because they had to do it because he has work. Now when you take his excuse away, he's not doing what he's supposed to do. And you're like, wow, I signed up for that.
Wow.
Man, it's like, wow, I signed up for this.
Wow.
So it's not about that I don't love you. It's I can't live with you. I have a certain style. You have a certain style. So instead of us agreeing, what works for me in my household, I don't come in there talking about things that are not clean. If it irritates me, I take care of it.
Wow. So in other words, you help.
I help.
I think
It's all in the mind. If my mind is already fixed on getting things done, I don't have to be in my emotions to get it done.
wow.
I just come, hey, I need to get this done. But she's a good woman. If she sees me working hard, she's going, wait a minute, I need help. That's why the questions that you got to ask that man, don't worry about his finances. Y'all can grow that. What you want to do is you want to ask him, I want to see your background. And it's crazy. You're not looking for squeaky clean stuff.
Wow.
When you see somebody's background and they overcome all of that, and you say you overcome all of that to be this, you have to have an encounter with God. I didn't want nobody that was perfect because I didn't have time for somebody to get promiscuous in my marriage. I'm glad that I'm not perfect because I've been out there, I did what I needed to do, so I don't have to go looking for it in my marriage.
Wow.
I didn't want nobody that's perfect. That's what I'm on here saying. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to make a choice. A choice that it's crazy because we grow up in homes that were dysfunctional.
Wow.
So we have a choice. Are we going to keep teaching that dysfunction to our children so they can be dysfunctional?
Wow.
Or are we going to change and show them another structure? So when they have kids, they can show them another structure.
Wow.
No, mommy and daddy didn't do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you messed up, it's okay. Yeah. Because I'm going to show you how to be the best parent you can be. Yes, you had a baby out of wedlock, but you know what? When mama did it, she got over it, she got through it, and this is how we got married today. No, son, you don't have to be sleeping with all these women. Oh, you got her pregnant? It's okay. I'm going to show you how to be the best father. I'm going to show you how to be in that baby's life. I'm going to show you how to take responsibility for that man.
Come on here.
We're going to make mistakes. But it's about how we get through them.
Wow, come on here. You say
your love will be tested. The floodgates will come. Not might, not maybe, they will. It comes to test your foundation. What is your foundation? It's principles. What principles do you have for your household? What core values that you won't go against?
My God.
This is what keeps marriages together. Marriages fall because a man has his own rules and a woman has her own rules. I have my own vision. She has her own vision. And we're trying to do our single stuff together. If it didn't work while we single, let's work on marriage stuff. Why are you still trying to do your vision when you were single? Why you think your woman was made to build your vision? Y'all supposed to grow together.
Wow. You helping somebody.
You have to be selfless. What does she like? There's some of you men that been working on your vision for 30 years and ain't even looked at your wife's vision. Your vision is not working. What is hers?
Oh, good.
Or would you serve her? If she was the pastor, would you serve her? If she becomes the business instructor, would you serve her? If she owns a corporation? It's not all about you. Being a leader is not about making all the decisions. It's about making the right decisions. And if your wife is the right decision, make it. Baby, we've been working on my vision for 30 years. It didn't come to pass. What is your vision? Let's get an interest in what she want to do. Let me show you how to serve.
You about to run some folks out for him, because you talking about doing it as one and some togetherness and some cohesiveness in the marriage and that good stuff right there. My God, Hammer.
You're a leader, man. You gotta take a back seat sometimes.
Wow.
She still looks at you as the leader, but sometimes if it's not working, bro, I'm telling you, if it's not working, baby, what's your vision? I promise you she got a plan. I promise you she got a structure. What is it? Because a good woman is not gonna outgrow you. She's gonna get the keys to that door and say, baby, here go the door.
Boy, you gonna make me run. Hey. And you gonna respect him and love him. I love you, Mr. Sherman. I'm gonna send a shout out for you, Big Daddy, baby. Cause I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for God and my husband backing me.
Let me tell you something. We talk about the lion mentality. We talk about, I want to be a lion. But when I was looking at the lion mentality, the lion teaches the woman how to hunt. And once she learns how to hunt, he don't have to hunt again. She go out with the pack, and she bring back the food, and the lion roars on the food.
Wow.
Teach your woman how to hunt.
Wow.
You don't have to have the title. I don't know why I'm going here. It's somebody that's gonna listen to me. I don't know why I'm here. I'm telling you, I prayed in the car. I said, God, whatever you want to do. There's a man out there that's trying to be successful. And your woman is there and she's like, you can be successful. Just use my plan. No, babe, I got it. My plan's gonna work. She's like, no, I got the plan. Just use my plan. You're still the head, but I got a plan. I can get you there. I'm the GPS. You want to be successful, right? I'm the GPS to get you there. Follow me.
But you know what? I think sometimes, and I'm going to say this, sometimes people, like for me, people see me out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always try to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
But at home, I'm not the prophetess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Dr. Yo. I'm not Dr. Sherman. I'm my husband's wife, his honey. I respect him. I honor who he is. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when we are strong women, sometimes people can think that, we strong women don't know how to submit to our husbands, and that's not all the time
That's
true.
not the case.
Because my husband, when it comes to our household, we have to, I can't just go say, we have to make those decisions together. I don't care how strong I am, how business sense I have or whatever, even with things that I do, I still go talk to him, even about what I'm doing with all of this. So it's a matter of, you respecting your husband or, respecting him. And I think when we respect y'all, then we get the greatest push. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because we're not demeanoring, because we may be more smart in business.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You just make sure that you don't, because you may be more advanced in this area, don't demeanor or vice versa with your spot, even if it's not the man and it's the wife, vice versa. Like you say, your wife may be in this sense a little bit more knowledgeable than that, but she still respects your leadership in the house and y'all doing it together.
Because we are bringing the same finances in the same household.
Yeah.
So if she got the knowledge and wisdom, why not learn from her? Because when she tells you you're doing wrong, and I'm going to say this before we run out of time, behind every great man is an even greater woman.
Jesus.
And it's crazy how everybody know me. You some people on you grew up with me. The man that I am today is because my wife helped me to be. And I want to tell a woman, you don't have to have a man that's perfect. Your relationship, the growth that you go through, that will be perfect because he'll be a perfect fit for you. He will honor you, respect you, and he will make sure that you are first, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be the man. I wouldn't be. It's because of her criticism. It's because of her taking the time out to say, baby, I love you. I'm going to help you in this area. This is why I'm succeeding today.
Wow, this been a great show. I don't know about y'all, but this been a great show. And continue to follow us on the 1st and 3rd. I mean, we was talking about real life conversations, and that's what we're gonna talk about, real life conversation, because sometimes we forget that there's a real human side that we have to deal with. We deal with everything from the spiritual aspect, and spiritual aspect is totally number one in our relationship with God. But there's a human side that have to be dealt with real life circumstances, and you can use biblical principles to deal with real life circumstances. You know, so kudos, you know, out to your lovely wife, our viewers, and everybody. And I'm going to continue to shout out to Mr. Sherman because I know I'm a lot to deal with. I have a lot on my plate, but I love and honor and respect my husband, and we do spend quality time together because I'm telling you, in any marriage or relationship, you have to have balance. You know what I'm saying? I can't be Shonda all the time. All right? There is a time, you know. But you know, you got to have a prayer life. You know, you got to have all that. But you also got to have some common sense in your relationship where you can sit down and talk to one another and relate. You know, so yeah, that's kind of real right there. So that's our spiel on real life conversations, and probably say they was all over the place, but it was so much that we were talking about. And I just, you know, we just keep it 100 and real, you know,
So
because
much you got to cover. It's like, man, 45 minutes to cover all that. And like I say, man, it just, man, if you just learn principles and stuff, they work, you know. And sometimes if something doesn't work, you got to challenge it. You know, even when you're with a personal trainer, you're working out and you're not getting results, you got to ask them questions. Why is this not working for me? It's something that I'm missing. You know, what am I doing? And there's principles you have to follow to get the results that you want. So like I'm saying, it's amazing. And I'm not putting this out there like I mastered everything. It's just I seen people fail. So because I seen them fail, I know what not to do. Then I said, Stephen, what do I need to do? And once I started digging and finding out, like, Stephen, you're responsible. Some men are afraid to take responsibility. I'm serious. I don't care how you put it. The reason why they cannot get married or raise a family because they're afraid to take responsibility. It's responsibility. It's crazy because when God created Adam, he gave him responsibility. He didn't own nothing in that garden. He didn't own nothing on earth. He didn't own anything. He managed it. And when he managed it, God said, it's not good for a man to be alone. So he gave him a helpmate. So the quality that you want to look for your husband is, can you manage? Can you take responsibility? Can you admit when you're wrong? And I'm telling you, and the same thing with a woman. If you've been with a man that gave you some negative stuff, just ask God, I was in a relationship and I didn't understand it. Please take this out of me. Please let me be teachable. Please let me be understandable. And God can send you somebody that you can grow with. No, and let me say this. You don't have to be married to fulfill the purpose of God. But if you want to establish a culture and if you want your generation to live on, that's why you have to be married. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say God can't use you if you're not married. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you want your generation to live on, that's why you get married, so you can establish your culture in your kids. And they will take your culture and establish in their kids. And the culture that you're supposed to be establishing is God's culture. So if we all establish our family God's culture, then it will populate all over the world, and you will be able to have loving people. You can be able, because everybody on earth is God's children. There's certain people that they don't know. Certain people were taught wrong. Certain generations were taught wrong.
Wow.
You know, we wasn't taught how to manage money. That's why certain family members are broke. But God is raising up people in your family to be like, wait a minute, we're taught wrong. And I'm not doing this to say I'm better than you. I'm doing this so I can show my family it's a better way. Sometimes God have to distance you from people because he needs you to say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And then he puts you back where the people that he separated you from. Wow. And when he puts you back from the people where he separated you from, then you can go ahead and teach them the right way. Because you say this way that you're doing is not working. I seen it. I seen marriages break up. I seen people spend too much time in the church. I seen it. I seen it.
I used to open them and doors and close the door.
My biological mom and dad, church broke them up.
Wow.
The pastor in the church, pastor, mama, directing the choir. They didn't have time for their kids. So somebody else was raising their kids. They're always on ministry, always on trips. I want my parents. I don't want the cars. I don't want all this money. I want my parents. That's what your kids cry. Man, that's enough time for us today.
All right. Well, I love y'all, good people. All righty then.
If we help somebody, inboxes, you have any questions, we'll answer it. You know, you can find me at Stephen Kelly on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at Stephen Kelly 03, Stephen Kelly 03 at Stephen Kelly 03. I'm doing a transformation there. Chico is shredding me down. I want y'all to see the results.
All right, that's our time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Breaking the Chains radio broadcast with Dr. Yolanda Sherman. Dr. Sherman's #1 goal is to empower people with biblical scriptures and knowledge so that they can walk in their God-given purpose. For more information, 832-263-8759 or www.breakfreereleaseministries.org.